We're gonna do family yoga today. So I'm gonna teach just the first little bit without my kids. And then one of my kids is gonna come and join me for a couple of partner poses. So if you have an adult and one kid or a couple of kids that are about the same size, we can do a couple of poses together to have some fun. And if you have like a beach towel, or if you don't have your own yoga mats, that's fine. You can just kind of do this on the carpet. Doesn't have to be official. We just want to have fun and get you moving, give you stuff to do together as a family. So get ready. Let's go sit on our yoga mats and take some deep breaths. So I'm going to sit a little closer for this one. Let me turn the music down just a little, make sure you can hear me. All right. So we're going to start with our breath, thinking about how we feel when we breathe. So you can kneel down or you can sit on your cushion, a pillow, take a breath in, feel the lungs get big inside your ribs, breathing in, and then big breath out. And then we're gonna do a couple more breaths in, and we're gonna hold our hands a certain way. That's called a mudra. So you're gonna hold one of your fingers touching your thumb. You get to pick which one feels good. Do each of them for a second, and then you can pick. Maybe it's the middle one, maybe it's the first one. Take a breath. You can even hold your mudra up. Be like the pictures you see of people doing yoga, the stickers. One more breath, breathing, holding your mudra. And then we're gonna do a lion breath. So this time we're gonna breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. And we're gonna do this fierce breath where we just stick our tongues out and make a really fierce face. This is when we get to let your stress out and like push it away, let it go. So you can even take your hands to your knees and get your lion stance going. Take a big breath in and then let it go. Okay, let's do that 2 more times. Get our lion breaths out. The first time you might have been a little like careful. So you saw I was not careful. You don't have to be careful. Big breath in and big breath out. One more lion breath. And back to normal breathing. We're gonna move our shoulders around, lift the shoulders, drop, squeeze the shoulder blades together in the back, and then take them apart. Roll them around behind and back, up, and squeeze them apart. So you feel a big stretch in your back, and then you feel a big squeeze in your back. Move them around. And then move your head around. Take a big stretch with the neck, and then circle. And then bring your arms up overhead, reach your fingers together, and point your first finger up in the air. And then do those circles again. If you're sitting or on your knees, maybe littler circles. And then we're gonna go the other way with our circle. Point around. And back up. And then take a big open heart, kind of like you're a cactus with your arms out to the sides. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift, open, and then reach the hands forward and interlace the fingers and then flip the palms in front of you away. Rolling that back so you're really arching your back like that. Stretch, inhale, lift. Exhale, stretch. One more time, inhale, take it up, and exhale, one more stretch. Lift it up and shake it out on the way down. Lots of shakes. Get all those wiggles out through your fingertips. You can even flick your fingers. Then we're gonna stretch those legs out. So if you've been sitting with your legs crossed, take them out and just tap the legs wiggle your feet side to side. Wiggle your toes. Shake, shake, shake. And then take our arms behind. Reach the hands to the floor. Lift the heart open. So you're stretching through the front of your shoulders. Big stretch. And then shake it out again. And we're going to reach forward over our lap. Walk your hands down your legs towards your feet just a little bit. But keep your back flat. Reach. And then relax your head. Inhale, walk the hands back up your legs. Lift. And rest the hands down to the side. So we're going to do a little lift or just push down through your hips. Your hands are going to go to either side of your hip. And then lift your hips up just a little bit. You can use your fists. Lift. Get tall. And then relax back down. Reach your hands long. And lift it up and shake it out. All right, let's come to kneeling down. Up on your hands and knees. And we're going to do cat and cow. So if you've ever seen a cat be angry in their back arches, that's the cat. And then if you see the cows, they kind of just let their back relax down, kind of a sway back almost. So cat, you tuck your tailbone, tuck your chin, angry cat. And then lift your tailbone, lift your chin, cow. If you're at home and you want to make the sounds of the animal when you're doing the poses, you can. You can do your meowing or your purring as you angry cat. I guess if it's angry, you would hiss when you do your cat. And then lifting back up, you can do your cow, your mooing, or you can just breathe. Take your knees a little bit wider apart, and then you're going to take your right hand underneath your left shoulder. Little twist. Rest your head down. I think I'm disappearing off the screen. Let me fix this really quick, sorry. So you can see what I'm doing with my legs and my hands. There we go. So, little twist, just like this. Breathe. And back to center. And take your other arm and go the other way. Back to center. We're going to do puppy pose. So we did cat. Now you do the dog. This is just the puppy dog. So our hips are going to stay up in the air. Like wag your tail first. And then we're going to take our hands forward like a puppy that wants to play. And bring your hands down and wiggle your hips, your tailbone. And then rest. Coming back up. Wiggle your tail one more time. And then we're going to do child's pose. So your knees stay out wide and your hips go way back to your feet. So just like you're going to sit. Your hands come forward and your head gets to come down to the ground. With your elbows on the ground, try to reach your hands behind your head. Keep that child's pose and stretch your arms a little bit. And then just move your hands, shake them out, roll the wrists around. Then we're going to try to reach the hands behind the back. See if you can reach your fingertips together. Lace them up and lift your arms. And then rest. Arms back in front. And get ready to lift back up again to tabletop. So in your tabletop, we're going to do a little balancing. See if you fall over or see if you can balance. Right arm comes out and your left leg comes out. And then we're gonna try to lift both up and float there for a minute. So you're pushing down through this hand and you're pushing down through this back knee and you're lifting the other ones up. A little wobbly sometimes for kids, so just keep trying to get that balance. And you can keep the back toe touching down too if that helps to not be wobbly. And then bring your knee and your elbow in like they're gonna touch, touch, and then come back out. Reach, and then touch, and then reach. One more time, squeeze in, touch the elbow and knee, and then squeeze it out. Reach, 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 and switch. Left arm, right leg, so you can touch that toe down in the back or you can lift it up. Either one, see what you can do today with your body. Notice your belly muscles working. Muscles right in here are lifting up. Reach out, and then we're gonna bring it in to touch. Elbow and knee, squeeze, and push. Squeeze it in, push. One more, reach, and relax. Coming back to sitting, we're gonna do a couple of things with our arms. So 2 different ways to do this. You can do one called screaming toes if you want. Your toes tuck under in the back, and then we're gonna sit on those feet so you're squeezing down into your toes. And we're gonna do stuff with our arms to distract us while we do that. If your toes feel like really bad, you can come off of that, but we're gonna try to squeeze all the old blood out of there, and then when we're done, we're gonna let all that new blood flow come back in. So, arms come out to the sides, and then we're gonna reach right arm underneath the left arm, cross them, and then cross them again. Eagle arms. Elbows come up, and you're stretching the back of your shoulders. Feel that stretch through your back. Realize that your belly is engaged here too. Notice the muscles in your belly working, and then open, swing it up, those eagle's wings, and then come back, other arm underneath, left arm, cross them over the other way, and then cross them again. Stretch. One more breath. Are your toes screaming yet? My toes are screaming. Reach it up, big eagle's wings, and then reach your arms forward and tap your feet out. Let them relax, shake the heels, get your calf muscles wiggling. Tap, tap, tap. Wiggle the toes. And then we're gonna come into downward facing dog. So we've got lots of animals today in our poses. Tuck your toes under again and lift your hips. Drop your head down, pedal, bending one knee at a time. Maybe shake your head out. Your feet can come in and bend your knees more. Your feet can come out to the sides. Shake your hips. Just kind of play around with your down dog. See how you feel, how your body feels in this pose. And then we're gonna lift your right leg up. So, 3-legged dog, one leg goes up in the air, and then bend your floating leg and open, drop your head again, bend and straighten that leg, kicking, and then switch. Other leg goes up, and bend, do a few kicks. Back to the middle. Step it out really wide on your mat. Point your toes out and start to walk your hands back towards your feet. And then we're gonna drop our hips down. So we're gonna do a big squat down to the floor. Almost. Take your hands to your heart. Your elbows push out on your knees. Lift and open the heart. My teenager's gonna come play with us in a minute, and this is his favorite way to sit, is squatting, just like this. Right? So, coming back up to stand. Big breath in. This is my son Elijah. He's gonna come and do some yoga with us in a little bit. So, we're gonna come back, big breath up, and relax your arms and shake them out. So he brought his instrument today, his didgeridoo. He's gonna play that for us for a little bit while we move into that squat and out of the squat a couple of times. So take your feet out wide, inhale, lift, and exhale, come down. Reach your right leg up in the air, and then bring that knee in, squeeze, and push it back up. Squeeze it in, push it back up. One more time, squeeze in, and push back. And switch, left leg goes up. Knee to chest, and back up. Back in, and back up. Last one, down dog. We're gonna practice some hops. So you can do these hops in your down dog with your arms straight. You can lift one leg and hop with the other leg. Switch, hop. Or you can do that from dolphin pose, which just gives your wrists a break. If your wrists feel like, oh, they're tired, then you can come down to your elbows instead. So dolphin, I'm gonna tuck my shirt a little so it's not floating around. Dolphin, you come up, and same thing, walk your toes in, and then little hops. Hop. So just for a few breaths, doing either of those. You can do your little down dog hops with your straight arms or elbows down hops. Do the elbows down one more time for you to watch. Hopefully you're doing it at home, your way. So with the elbows down, I'm looking forward just a little bit. So my head is up. And then take a little break on your knees. Shake those arms out. Nice. All right. Let's come back up and do some warriors. We're gonna step that right foot up between the hands. Sometimes it doesn't land there. Sometimes you land like right there, or sometimes you can land all the way up there right away. Just keep hopping your foot up. Then we're gonna move the back foot so it's flat. So move it to the side so it's flat. And then look at the top of the mat and lift the arms up in the air. Warrior one. Take your big breath, and then bring your hands to the heart. Squeeze in through that front leg. Bend even more. Inhale, push up. Exhale, bend down. Inhale, push up. Straighten. Exhale, bend down. One more. And bring your arms open. Warrior two. So your feet are pushing out. Open the heart. Big breath. Same thing. We're going to straighten and bend the front leg. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, bring them out to the sides. lift, push through the front leg, bend, look up into that front hand, lift, and bend. Big breaths, breathe in, breathe out. Big breath in, big breath out. One more, and come into a little bow and arrow with your warrior here. So you're holding the bow with this arm up here, and this arm's gonna come around and bring the arrow into it, and then pull it back, and then let it go. And bring it around, pull it back, and let it go. Reaching forward, 2 more. Woo! Come back, pull it back, and let it go. Inhale, lift, open, do a big star. Both legs straight, your toes come around, feet are both pointing the same way. Big breath, and then just kind of play a little bit. Make your star dance. All right, come back to your star that's being still. And we're gonna turn our warrior to the other way. So point your other foot to the other side of the mat, the back of your mat. Bend that knee to the back of your mat, the left leg, my left leg. Your back foot is even with the small edge of your mat. Perpendicular, open the heart. Big warrior arms again. Squeeze down through this front leg. Get a big, strong stance. And then we're gonna do the bow and arrow again. Bring this back arm forward, put the arrow, and then pull it back and let it go. Bring it around, pull it back, and let it go. 2 more, 1, arrow, and 2. Pull it back, woo! Lift, big stretch, and then we're gonna come to warrior 1 to the back of the mat. So, bend that back foot a little bit, 45 degrees, and bring your hips around, lift your gaze around, take your hands to your heart, again, just like we did on the other side, and bend down and lift up. Inhale, exhale. Big breath. Inhale, back around, 5-pointed star. This time we're gonna step, 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 and squat down. Arms open. Inhale up, exhale, squat down, up and down. Nice. If you're doing this at home, good job. Come down, tuck your hips, point your sit bones, the bones you sit on, down at the floor. Make sure your feet are happy about that, and then stack your heart up like you're sitting on a horse. We're gonna bend the elbows, and then we're gonna tip our elbow down to our hip, to our leg, and tick-tock, side to side. Back and forth. Sorry, tick-tock's a thing, huh? Sorry. Not that kind of tick-tock. Like a clock. Back and forth, side to side. And come back to center. Take a pause, stretch those legs out. And then come back down. If you want, you can do this one standing normally. We're gonna spin side to side. Or you can do it in your squat if you want more muscles working hard. So, side to side. You're wringing out these muscles in the middle. If your thighs are really, really, really tired, you can straighten out and come back down. Or you can do this standing. Back to center. And lift. Big breath. And exhale, shake it out. Okay, so I've got a couple of partner poses my son's gonna come do with us. So come on in, Elijah.
All right.
in true everybody's at home fashion, he's in his pajamas. Woo! So, hopefully you're all comfy at home too. Pajama mode.
It was either this or military attire.
All right, so we're gonna do a standing one first. Just like those warriors that we did. So your warrior's gonna go that way, my warrior's gonna go this way.
So, okay.
Yeah, take that foot further out. So you remember when we were doing those warrior poses like this, right? We're going to do the warrior pose away from each other. Our feet are touching in the center, are straight, and then our feet that are on the outside, those legs are bent. Yeah? We're gonna make a heart shape. Hopefully we'll make it work. This arm's gonna go straight, that's the bottom of the heart. And this arm's gonna come around at the top and make. So if you wanna grab a sibling or a parent and try to do your little heart shape in yoga, go ahead. We'll show you on the other side. I'm gonna switch.
What's that killer stretch?
So bend your outside leg away. If you were just watching before and going, what? How did they do that? You need to catch up now. So this inner arm, this leg is straight, this arm is straight. This leg outside is bent, this arm is bent, but inside. There you go. Oh, our top of our heart is cut off. Yeah, there we go. And come back up. Woo! All right. Let's do tree pose. We're gonna do a balance pose. Our leg's gonna be straight in the middle. So come back a little further. All right. Your leg off the mat. There we go. Okay, so this leg is straight, and you can do a lot of different things with the arms on this one. You can do another heart. Your leg can be up really high or down, kind of by your below your knee at your shin. So our hands can be in the center here like this, and we can do another little top heart.
Up.
Or you can grab the person and hold on to them and help them stand in their tree, supporting each other. Or you can take your hands to center in a little prayer pose in the middle of your tree.
Ultimate high five.
All right, let's switch to the other side.
All right.
Okay, same thing. So you can do the support each other tree, not knock each other over tree, and then either make your heart or bring your hand to the ultimate high five.
And you fall.
And sometimes you make yourself fall over. All right, one more. So we're gonna do a warrior that's away from each other. Yeah, let's do that one. So we're gonna take your lunge away from me. Just a regular lunge. Face away. Yeah. So then I'm going to take my legs and stagger my warrior. So his leg that's coming back, I'm gonna bend my leg that's next to that leg. And his leg that's bent, my leg that's kind of pointing that way is gonna be straight. If that makes any sense. And then we're gonna lift and reach for our hands behind our heads.
Oh, I see.
So it's just a little back stretch. Keeping you tall in your lunge. Reach for your partner. And you can lunge away from each other and bow out your arms. Nice, come back up. And then switch feet. So just step together right where you're at and step the other foot back.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, so it's just a lunge forward. It's not a warrior anymore. Lift up, find their hands. And then you can lunge away from each other and create a big bow. Big back bend, open the heart. And back to center. Yay! Okay, so we're gonna do dancer pose. How do you feel about dancer pose?
I don't.
This one.
Oh, that. Okay.
So little bow. Keep cutting my head off. A little bow dancer pose. You're gonna reach for your foot behind you, and you're gonna face your partner, and then you can do another ultimate high five.
Uh-oh.
But you're kind of trying to balance and not knock the other person over. Or I guess if you're at home and you're safe, it could be a challenge to knock the other person over.
Oh, yikes. I hope not.
All right, other side. Switch, you want to stretch both sides out, so it's a quad stretch.
Oh.
But we're making it partner quad stretch. And you can like bow if you don't hit heads. Nice. Okay, hope everybody's keeping up back there. We're gonna come to some seated partner poses now. Okay, so this first one, we're gonna do out to the sides with our feet, and you can sit back and you can not put them out. Okay, so you're making your legs into a V. Woo! Feet are cold.
Yeah.
Your legs are out in a V, and if you have like an adult and a little person, their feet can tuck further into the V, like on your calves. And then we're gonna reach opposite hands, and then lift. That floating arm is gonna come over the body. So yeah, big stretch. Face me. No, you bring your ribs around. Yeah.
Oh.
Side body stretch. Big stretch. And then back through center switch. And stretch the other way.
Oh, this is a good one.
Yeah. Back up to center. And then let's do, so there's, take your one leg in, and you can maybe sit further apart for this one. Scooch back, bring your foot, this straight foot to my foot.
Oh.
So one leg is straight, you're gonna mirror each other. So his left leg and my right leg are straight. And then you gotta reach for the other person's hands. Make sure you're not hurting the other person. So
yeah, that's about my limit.
So bend your knee a little bit. If it's really hard for you to fold in a hamstring stretch, then soften your knee up and make it work for your body. And then relax your head.
I don't like these.
Big stretch, and then let go, and switch.
All right.
Is that one tight?
It's not really.
And take that foot out more, maybe. Yeah. You don't have to come any further than your body tells you to go. If you're like, ow, 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 that hurts, don't go farther. Back off a little bit. That's your body saying nope. Nice. All right. So now we're going to come back to back. Back to back on our mats. All right. Inhale, lift your arms. So we're just sitting cross-legged, and then your opposite arm. So let's do left arm first is going to go back behind you to their knee, and then your floating arm is going to come around to your other knee. Yeah, so you're in a twist. And their back should remind you to keep your back tall as you twist. And breathe through the center. Same thing, other side, twist around the other way. Back in, inhale. Okay, so then he's gonna fold over his lap and I'm gonna just relax over his back. Big heart opener for one of you, and then you're gonna switch. Your arms just flop to the sides as they fold. And then they get to push you back up nice and slow. Keep going. And then I get to fold and he gets to rest.
Whoa. That's the bowl.
Inhale back up. All right. So one more kind of fun pose before we start to come down and stretch is down dog. How's your down dog?
I don't know.
You can stack your down dog. So this one you might just want to watch us be silly, or you might want to try it. It depends on how long you've done yoga. If you've done lots of yoga and you're like, oh yeah, this will be fun, then you might try it. If you're like, no, if you've got stuff around you that you might fall into, then probably just watch and wait till you can come to a yoga class with some mats and padding and a teacher to walk you through it.
Is it the one where one person's doing a down dog
yes.
and then the other person's doing a plank?
Kind of, yeah. So do your down dog with your feet at the very, very end of the mat. So he's going to do his down dog, and then I'm going to stack my down dog. I do this with high school classes. So relax your head in your down dog. So their back should be nice and straight, and his hip bones are right here. That's where I'm going to put my feet for my partner pose.
Yeah,
and I'm going to put my hands in front. So if you can't do this on a wall, then you're probably not ready to do this with the down dog. Because I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put my feet up on his hip bones. And then you lift your hips up over so it shouldn't hurt your partner at all. And then when you come down, don't fall into them. That's gonna hurt them. So take your legs and go off to the side of them. Up. There.
That wasn't bad.
All right. You wanna try to do it on me or not?
I'll give it a shot.
Okay. No kicking me and falling into the walls.
No promises, but I'll try not to. Okay, so.
You just put your hands in front of me and you bend your knee. This knee is gonna bend really good. Find my hip bone.
So.
And then you lift up into basically.
Oh, okay. That's not that hard.
Woo! And then you just mount to the side. Nice. High fives.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
All right, so he's gonna play his didgeridoo again while we come down to the floor and do a little stretching. Okay. So coming onto your mat, and we're gonna lay down and just kind of move the legs around a little bit. Roll it down. Take your legs up in the air, wiggle the feet. We're gonna do happy baby pose. So bring your knees out to the sides and grab your feet. Some of you might have little babies that do this in your home, or nieces or nephews, but they really just learn to roll to their side by grabbing their feet and moving around. Feel into that little rocking. Then we're gonna make a butterfly. Touch your feet together and bring your feet down to your mat. And then we're gonna just lay in butterfly for a few breaths while he plays his fun instrument again. So lifting your hips and bringing them back down again. If you want, you can lift the arms too. So you push through your feet, lift your hips, lift your arms, and then relax, hips and arms back down. Lift, hips and arms, relax back down. 2 more, lift, breathe. Exhale, relax back down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back down. And then lift your right leg, wiggle it out, and cross it over the knee. Rock your hips side to side. And switch. This leg comes back down, other ankle over your knee. Rock it out. Come back to the middle. Inhale, lift your arms again. One more time. You can have your knees bent like this, or you can come back to butterfly. Big stretch through your fingertips. And then exhale, bring your knees into your chest, wrap your arms around your knees and push, tuck your chin. And relax back down. Stretch those legs up. And then we're gonna do little scissor kicks. So one leg's gonna go down, and the other one stays up, and then switch, kicks, switch, scissor kicks. Relax and release. Windshield wiper your knees side to side. So your feet are flat, your knees are bent, and then you just flop, flop, side to side. Knees to chest. One more time. Tuck. Relax back down. If that felt really good, you can do it a couple of times. Rocking your back. Sometimes if you do big rocks, it's like a little massage on your back, or you can just do little ones. Push and relax. And then we're gonna lay back down and put your hands on your belly, just kind of right around your belly button. And then we're just gonna take a few breaths. I'm gonna come back and turn the music down just a little bit. So lying on your back, feeling that breath, feeling the belly move as you breathe. You can even try to puff the belly up and relax it down. And then you take your other hand to your heart, see if you can feel your heart beating. And then we're gonna lay and stretch our arms and legs out on our mat. So reach your legs out long, put your arms at your sides long on your mat or off your mat a little bit. 2 more breaths, in through your nose, out through your mouth. 1 more. And then just notice your breath normal. Notice how your feet feel, your legs, maybe shake them out. Notice how your hips feel. Notice your ribs and your shoulders and your arms. Maybe wiggle your fingers, roll your wrists around. And then look right and look left. Couple more times side to side, stretching out your neck. Bring your feet in and roll to your side. So we're gonna lay on our side and do a couple more resting breaths. And then take your top arm and push into the floor. Come up to sitting. All right, so we started out this practice, our yoga class, with a lion breath where we were like breathing out through the mouth really strong. And now we can do a cooling breath. So we're going to breathe in through the nose and out through the tongue, and we're going to curl up our tongue. And then breathe in through the tongue. So you're feeling that cold air come in and out through your tongue. And feel the difference, the warm air going. I don't know what happened, sorry. An app came and took over my phone. You probably could see me the whole time, but couldn't see what was going on. So bring your hands to your heart and take a few breaths just like that. Your hands at your heart. We're thinking of something that we're grateful for. Everything's kind of different right now. And so we're going to think about things that are good, things that are working. Because there's a lot of things to look at. You can focus on any of them. But if we choose for a few moments every day to look at only the things that are good, we're just going to focus on all the things that are working. Like, what part of your body was working really good today? Was it your breath? Was it your leg muscles? Was it your sense of humor? Were you able to laugh every time I did something silly? Or were you glad that you got to do something different at home today? Thinking about one more thing you're grateful for. And then bring your hands back to your knees and rest. Going to leave this here on the Apple Facebook page. So once it's done live streaming, it'll just be posted and you can watch it whenever you want with your family. And tag any questions if you have some for me about family poses or partner poses, things like that. And then once we get back to the gym, I teach a family yoga class on Fridays at 4:30, and you're welcome to come. The age group is generally just if a kid is able to stay on their mat and kind of play along, then they're old enough to come. Sometimes that's 12 or 13, and sometimes that's 5 or 6. So it just depends on your family. So thanks for joining. It's been fun, and have a great day.